everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing King Arthur Legends Rise. For today's video, we have a quick guide here on the Frozen Plains. Well, more like a team showcase, but Frozen Plain Stage 10 ALDRI with only rares. Alright, so I've been using the same team for quite a bit as I progressed, but once I got to stage 10, I kinda needed some more support. So I had to say bye-bye to Morgan, even though I have all of her relics, and I did something a little bit different. So, actually, before we get into that, let me just quickly mention something that is actually important for all of you guys to get free stuff. When it comes to the creator program, make sure that you guys are re-supporting or extending your support. So, just want to give a quick shout that if you're not supporting a creator already, you should be supporting someone because we send out free promo codes multiple times a month to give you guys a free stamina and other rewards that they might do in the future. But, okay, so you want to come to my page here. Yeah, you can click it, it's here, and you hit support. If you're already supporting me, I'm not logged in right now, so I can't show all the other things, but if you're already supporting, it's going to have a button right next to it that says extend support. So if that's the case, you really need to make sure that you hit that extend support button before the 15th of January, or you'll disappear. You'll be disconnected, which we don't want that. If you are watching this video after January 15th and you were a supporter and you never hit that button, you're probably not supporting anyone anymore unless you chose somebody else or whatever. So keep in mind, you do need to resupport regularly when we have different seasons, and our current season is ending at January 15th. So hit that support button and I will continue to send out those free resources every time we get a new mission, because I always do the missions, don't worry. I make sure my people get the free stuff as well. Doing the missions are what allow us to give you codes. So hit that extend support, or if you're new to the idea of supporting a creator, my links are always in the description or the pinned comment. All right, for real. This is my team. So I'm using Ecolon with his relic that comes with him, Storm, Anguish with Frost, Turin with Storm, which comes with her, and then Sarah with Storm as well. So Anguish is C10. By the time you get to ALDRI 10, you should have your Anguish at C10. If not, you're probably focusing on the wrong people because he's insane. So why am I using Anguish as my main DPS? Well, ALDRI is all about defense. He deals damage, or she does damage based on defense. And the higher the stage, the higher the defense, and the harder it is for your big hits to actually be big hits with real raw damage. However, damage over time is a little bit more favoring to high defense and high HP. So, with that in mind, it makes more sense. Now, I just pulled Gawain. I'm not even going to try to put him in here. I don't need to. This works. Now, could I maybe speed this team up with a very risky option? Yes. I've heard people talk about more damage over time. I mean, we have Lancelot, we have Rosier, but they are flame. They are weak to ALDRI, so keeping them alive can be a struggle. So that's not something I'm trying right now, but maybe I'll try that team in the future. Of course, you can also use Sergius to boost. He has a Storm Relic. You can use his Storm Relic to boost. However, you could still use his Flame Relic as well if you can keep him alive, but the hard part is that I don't like using the weak affinity, the weak element heroes in these battles if I don't need to, because it makes everything a little bit more RNG. But this now feels very reliable. So, I'm going to showcase my run with just full auto with a run, and I'm going to play that to music. I will start off the battle. You'll see I prioritize the boss. Then I will show you my presets. But then at the end, I will show you my builds. However, right now, before I actually just show you the run, let me describe it, right? Because instead of talking over the run, I'm just going to tell you what it's all about right now. So Ecolon is here to prioritize his second skill to give the recovery disruption, which makes the boss not be able to be healed at all. So he also has passives that apply another version of like a recovery reduction, but the boss can still heal a little, but not fully. So worst case scenario, you can have this happen where the boss does not, or Echelon does not land the recovery disruption because it's not 100%. Or maybe it is after booked. Let's see. I don't have my weapon fully skilled for sure. Let's see. Yeah, 4 out of 6. So you can get it up to 80% chance to land it for 2 turns, but there's always the chance you're going to have bad RNG and it's not going to land and the boss is going to fully heal exactly when you don't want him to. Very possible, so I don't know if we can really avoid that. However, there's also Florentius that you can use who's completely free and who places the recovery disruption from the beginning. So that's something to keep in mind as well. However, I like that Echelon is at least the correct element. He can provide a good aura with an increased attack, which certainly doesn't hurt. And he also just brings a little bit of damage himself. Not really much. So you don't really have to focus it, but it helps. But this is all about damage over time. Again, we have Anguish prioritizing his 3rd skill, which does a 5-hitter with the chill. And because my Anguish is C10, you know, he's also going to have that bleed that he gets from C8, even more damage over time. Now, for me, I used Turin and Sarah to keep my team alive. Sarah brings that, well, her passive, when you use her basic attack, she does like a buff disruption, which helps the boss to not put up all those crazy buffs that it puts on himself. So Sarah's amazing. Turin just has such good healing and buffs for your team and just such great support as well that I found my runs personally more reliable with Turin than I did when I tried to use Isolde. However, I think when it comes to healers, if you're doing like a 2-healer team because it's a little bit risky, or even just a 1-healer team, but with something besides Sarah, Isolde is probably a better option if you have her maxed out. I don't, but personally, my Turin did better, but Isolde with her Frost Relic is great, and she can bring chills. She can bring the damage over time herself. So if you have her 6-star Awakened and you give her a Corrosion set just like my Anguish has, they're going to pump out even more damage and do the run even faster. So again, I think the other options are using Lancelot and Rosier and Sergius as Flame, but it's super risky, squishy team that you need really good healing to keep alive for. So I'd rather not push that right now. This feels more reliable, but the run is slow. So I'll try to come back if I can revisit that idea in the future. I do have Lancelot. I do have Vivian, who puts up more damage over time and heals. So maybe I bring her into this. I'm not sure yet, but this is what has been working right now. And it's reliable, but it's slow. So it's okay. This is the kind of thing you just farm while you know, go do something else. So let's run that battle. I will speed it up a little bit. So if you want to see things in detail, just hit the YouTube speed at like half, like 0.5% or whatever, for 0.5 times speed, and then you can pay better attention. But yeah, let's cut, and then we'll cut to the end for my builds.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, Everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
All right, and now we have Ekolon here is only C2 for me. I just cannot pull duplicates of this guy for some reason. I would love to, especially with the third skill as well. Inflicted with, wait, if someone's inflicted with defense decrease, damage taken increase 1 cannot be, inflicts a damage taken increase 1 that cannot be resisted. This is so good if you're gonna pair him with Morgan that's placing the defense downs or stuff. It's so good. Love it, love it, love it. And his C4 really makes sure that he can land the recovery disruption more often if you have any risks like that 1 second skill not landing. However, I have not been that lucky, but it's okay. It still works. So it is what it is. But here are his stats. He's 167 speed. I had him like a 141 or something, or 137. I don't remember. It was low. And he was not going multiple times. If he got frozen from the boss, and then the boss went into hibernation, and he ticked, like he wouldn't always go again to be able to have a chance to place his debuff, and then the boss would fully heal, and that was just not ideal. So yeah, there is what I'm working with. Nothing too crazy though overall. I guess I'll quickly click this if you want to see all the stats here, but it's not a perfect build by any means, but it works. He does have his third skill, the 2 skills there, leveled up, but I did not worry about skilling up his second skill yet. So equipment wise, he is in vigor and accuracy, and again, yeah, decent effect accuracy, you know, 87% effect accuracy. He's going to land his stuff, and then otherwise I was looking for survivability because he was really squishy, and when I was working on this, the runs were failing because he kept dying, and we cannot let him die. He needs to apply that debuff so the boss doesn't heal. All right, and then I have his Storm Relic, which I was trying to skill up to get the recovery disruption rate up as high as it can be, but first I was focusing Turin's Storm Relic before I worked on him, so that'll be something I work on in the future and will be more reliable soon after. Anguish is in the Frost Relic. I did start doing a few of his levels, but for Anguish, it's just basic attack damage for like all of his stuff except for level 6, which takes forever. So that might be a while before I worry about skilling that one up. That's a lot of levels, a lot of resources to get there. So there's other people with other relics I was worried about. Maybe in hindsight, I wish I would have tried to do Anguish's Storm Relic or Frost Relic first for a rare, but it is what it is. It's fine. I think I did a sold for the healing. I don't even know. But yeah, he is in a elemental set. I was like, eternal. No. Elemental set, which gives more damage from those dots. So I do have his first set here as a vigor set, which I use for other content. But for this one, I use him in an elemental set, which is not perfect by any means, but it's solid. Effect accuracy is only 52%, but he buffs himself. 166 for speed seems to be enough. And yeah, that's kind of the main stats there. And he survives. No crazy attack or anything. Just good enough. Just, you know, attack speed where we need it. And then a little extra attack and hell, flat defense, whatever. It's what I got. It works. It's fine. Maybe I should change that though. Oh, this one. This piece could definitely be better, but I seem to be lacking in my elemental set, so we're taking what we can get. But yeah, he is C10, so I have all the good stuff. You really want that C8 that gives a bleed, which makes a really big difference. And here are his other full stats in case you like to look at some of those other notes here. But I mean, he's top tier. I have all of course, he is fully skilled for his passives. Honestly, I think K and Anguish or Cormac, if you somehow magically get his Frost Relic early on, Cormac and Anguish should be your first 6 stars before you even touch a legendary, because they can carry you in so much content. It's honestly kind of crazy how well they can carry you in multiple forms, including Turin, who I did not use early on because everyone said she was terrible. Everyone was using Isolde because of Gorgos, and I went along with it. And I regret not sticking with Turin, who is my avatar, because I liked her. I thought she was cute. Yeah. But she's amazing, and I really regret not pushing her further early on. But yeah, I'm almost C8. I'm at C7 right now, unfortunately, but that's where we lie. She's just a really good healer. Like, she's solid. I did fully skill her up, too. She totally deserves those skills. She is, of course, in Vigor. She's in a crit set, don't judge me, it's just because I was looking for HP percentage stats, and that's what I had at the time. I don't think I had any, like, HP, or any, like, yeah, HP or defense. I didn't have anything decent in for that, so not perfect, but good enough. And her Storm Relic is what she comes with, and it's really good for this, really good for PvE especially. I don't have it fully skilled, but I'm working on it. These take a lot of skills, so this is why I haven't worked on some of my other characters, is because I'm trying to get her Storm Relic up first. That's why Akolon doesn't have a lot of love. I kind of started mixing the two, but I'm really glad I started focusing on Turin. She's just a great healer. So is Sarah, right? This is the hard part. I want Sarah's stuff to be leveled up as well. I put like one skill here, and then I never finished her, but eventually we'll get there. She does remove a debuff from allies, which is great, but really it's all about this skill here, along with her passive. This one here, when she's using her first skill, she applies buff disruption, which helps to not let the boss get the buffs up again for like the increased defense and all that stuff. And also applies attack gauge disruption. So this is really helpful because when you remove buffs from ALDRI, they increase their attack gauge when you do that. So if you're using Morgan to remove buffs, for example, if you don't have this debuff up on the boss, then you're actually making ALDRI go more often. So you have to be really careful with that. So that is, yeah, that's why Sarah's amazing, and that's why we usually prioritize her first skill if you can. But Sarah's AI is pretty good, and if she doesn't need to heal your whole team, she will use her first skill. But you could always try prioritizing only her basic and then letting Turin or Isolde or someone else be the healer, and making sure that Sarah's always placing those debuffs with her first skill if you're having some trouble. And yeah, I really wish I got her up as well. I would love to get this all of these stats and all these bonuses, but I only have a C5 for Sarah at the moment. And she is in a vigor set and a life set. But 3 and 4 star gear. Look at this, guys. Oh my god, my poor Sarah. 3. Sarah is in 3-star boots. 3-star. I recently had re-geared her to get her into vigor, and I think she just had my leftover vigor. But I've since done some farming. Although attack speed doesn't come easily. You guys know the drill, so that's why she's not perfect. But yeah, that is my Sarah. That is my team. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.